Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Today I'm going to be talking about, or I'm going to be doing, the Booktuber Newbie Tag. I feel like I should preface this by saying that I don't know how to talk about myself. I don't like doing it, so this is going to be awkward for both you and I today, so it's going to be fun. This is my second time filming this video. The first time I did it, I put it into iMovie and it came up as an audio, but there is no video to it, no picture, so a little bit salty, but we're still gonna do it. We're still gonna talk about the stuff today. Without further ado, let's get into it. I'm looking at my phone right now, so okay. The first question is, why did you start this channel? I started watching BookTube about maybe like a year and a half to 2 years ago, and I just felt so comfortable. Like I have pretty bad anxiety and depression and stuff like that, so whenever I'm feeling sad or I'm feeling like this, it's just kind of like, that's kind of what I go to. It's like, okay, well, I have YouTube videos to watch from my favorite people that, you know, talk about books. And books are a very good way for me to channel like my emotions and everything into books too. So being or watching the community really made me want to be a part of it. And I just knew when I watched like my first ever BookTube video, I was like, this is what I want to do. Like, it's something that I feel like so drawn to it, you know, and it's just, I finally got the camera, I got the willpower to do it, and I just did it. And it's so nice because I can talk to you and I can have a conversation with you, and I know people are going to be watching it, people are going to be looking at it, and it's amazing. It's really an amazing feeling. So what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? I don't know how to answer this question. I feel like, and this is no shade to anyone else or anything, but I feel like I've always been a very transparent person with stuff. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you and say that I liked a certain thing when I didn't, and I'm not gonna sit there and say that I'm gonna buy something when I know that I'm not going to buy it, or I'm not gonna, you know, I'm gonna be transparent with you guys, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys about how I feel about certain things. And not that other people don't. I feel like this place is a very, very honest community, but I know that I'm going to also contribute to that too, and I'm not gonna be fake. Also, I feel like I just want to be like everyone's friend on here. Like, if you want to talk to me, you can talk to me. Like, I will respond to you and I will have a full conversation with you. Like, I will not mind that in the slightest. And I'm always going to be there from people who watch me, people who support me, and people who want to talk to me. Like, I'm always going to do that for you guys. So what are you most excited about for this new channel? To talk about books. That's really just what it is. Like, I'm just excited to put my voice out there about books and actually have people to talk to about books and actually have people who want to watch me talk about books. Like, it's just exciting. It's a very exciting thing for me. Channel to talk about books. That's really just what it is. Like, I'm just excited to put my voice out there about books and actually have people to talk to about books and actually have people who want to watch me talk about books. Like, it's just exciting. It's a very exciting thing for me. Next question is, why do you love reading? I feel like it's a form of escapism for me. Like, if I'm having a bad day, it's like I can just put my thoughts into a whole different world, basically, and it's like I feel such a deep attachment to certain characters that it just makes me want to keep reading, and I just love it. And everything about reading has always appealed to me. I started reading when I was like 6 years old, and I haven't stopped ever since. Like, I have always loved being a part of that stuff. So it's just, there is so much love about it, but it's just an amazing feeling to be reading a new book and cracking open a book, and at the end of like a stressful day and just being a part of it and just immersing myself into it is like the funnest thing in the world to me. I don't know. What book or series got you into reading? Let me think. I started reading when I was, like I said, 6 years old, so I think that when I was that age I was reading a series of Unfortunate Events. I loved that series. I also started reading, what was it? The Maybird trilogy. A classic, solid series. Loved it. I like devoured that whole series within like 3 days. It's a 3-book series. I read a book a day, and like when you're like 6 or 7 years old, it's kind of a lot. It's kind of like a big deal, but I would come back from school and I would just read. That's all that I would do. So I've always been like, and it was those books mostly. And like, I also read Dork Diaries too. Loved those. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Loved those. So yeah. Questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Okay, so I feel like I should say my favorite booktuber is Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin. He is so funny. Like, he is probably like, I've never been able to crack up at someone's like videos before except for his. Like, he just knows how to like make my day feel better, and like he is just such a funny person. Like, he's just so like unafraid of being himself on BookTube, and that's kind of hard when, like, you know, you have people watching your videos and you're kind of like, oh, what are they thinking about me? Like, what are they thinking that I look like, and it's just like, he is just so unapologetically himself, and I just love him. So I think that's what I would ask him. It's like, how do you just let go and just be yourself in front of people? Because he is just such a character, and he's just so awesome, and I love him, like, you know. And then I also really like Books and Lala, and her content is just amazing. Like, her content is just next level in terms of, like, she makes the most creative videos, and I just don't know how she does it. Like, she balances so much in her life where she just, like, and then she can make amazing content and then not even, like, and then go back to her, like, her normal life. And it's just like, how does she balance it? How does she do such a good job at what she does at every single thing that she does in her life? It's just amazing to me. Like, watching it, I'm just like, teach me, like, please. And then my other favorite is Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte, and she is a vibe. That's, like, the way I can put it. Like, she's just a vibe. Like, she loves Starbucks, and she reads really, really great books, and she is just so cool and, like, so calming, and, like, her atmosphere of videos is just so awesome. And it's just something I ask her is, like, you know, how to make her videos look so amazing. Like, 'cause she is just a very calming person, and she's a really cool person too. So it's like, I just appreciate all of them. Like, I respect all of them so much. Like, they're just very admirable people, and I would just ask them, like, how do you do it? Like, let me embody you in a way, you know? But not really, because they're them and I'm me, but you know what I mean. Next question is, what challenges about starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? With me, I'm very hypercritical of myself. I think that I hold myself to such high standards that I end up becoming upset or, like, angry about certain things, and I just feel like I put too much of myself at one time to where I just end up quitting things. You know, everything had to be perfect all the time, and I feel like I need to get over that. And I think that when I'm looking at myself in the camera, because I can watch myself talking and stuff, and, like, I'm just like, why are you talking like that? Like, why do you look like that? Like, why people are gonna, you know, whatever. And it's like, I just need to get over myself, basically. Like, I'm looking at myself and I'm like, you're saying stupid shit right now. I've always been like that too, so I don't know. It's gonna be hard. I may never get over it, but it's just more about how to deal with it. So next question is, when did you start reading? When I was in 1st grade, so 6. I've said that about 3 times in this video now, so I'm sorry about that. It's like a broken record. But yeah, when I was about 6, I never really stopped. I think that I stopped for a few years when I was in high school, just because I was like, okay, I didn't really stop reading. I stopped reading as much when I was in high school because I had other stuff to do, but I never really stopped reading. So from 6 to 20 years old, I've been reading books. So yeah. Next question is, where do you read? I like reading on my couch. I have, like, a recliner. I lay back and I read. I also read a lot at work, which I don't really enjoy doing, but it's kind of like, if I have downtime at work, I like to read because I want to get books done. And then if I'm feeling it, then I will read in bed, but usually I don't like to, just because I feel like it makes me tired. So I try not to read in bed, but sometimes I do, just because if I don't feel like go sit in my chair, then I'll do that. But yeah, my top 2 are work and then my recliner. So yeah. Next is, oh, last question. Woo. The lighting just got so weird. I'm so sorry about that. It's very cloudy in California today, so I'm like, my window's right there, so I'm sitting right here, and it's not gonna be very good lighting, and I'm sorry. It's gonna keep going in and out for the next minute of this video. So, okay, last question. What kind of books do you like to read? I don't think that my favorite genre is YA fantasy, obviously. I talk about that a lot on my channel. It's mostly what I read. But I don't think that I dislike any genre. I think that I don't read a lot from certain genres. Like, I don't read a lot of nonfiction. I don't read a lot of adult books. I'm really not in that point in my life where I feel like I'm ready to fully transition to adult books. Or not fully transition, because I'm never gonna start reading YA, but I feel like I'm not at that point yet where I feel like I'm ready to dive into these big hunky adult fantasy books. Like, it's just something I want to do, something I'm also very, very afraid of. Like, and I've read a few lit-fic books in the past, like, 2 months, and they were good, but it just took a long time to do it, you know? So, like, that stuff kind of scares me, but, like, the majority of what I read is YA and YA fantasy. Don't really read a lot of contemporary, you know? I like contemporary, but I don't really read a lot of it. If I'm gonna read anything, I want it to be, like, a fantasy book, because I like that whole different world aspect of it. So yeah, definitely want to dive into new genres in the future, but right now it's YA fantasy mostly, and a little bit of contemporary, a little bit of thriller put in there, but mostly YA fantasy. But that is it. Hope that you guys enjoyed it. Hope that I wasn't too awkward in this video. Probably was, but you know, that's okay. Hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, night, whatever. Bye-bye.